Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Ghosts of Saltmarsh, the final enemy, part 5. Today is November 14th, 2019, and you are loved, and that is something that I feel is important for all of you to know, which is why we begin every single one of our games by telling you as such. We do, of course, do these games Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so if you would like to hear this message more often, consider stopping by. If this is your first time checking us out, consider going to our YouTube, youtube.com/indooradventures, where we just hit 300 subscribers, which was really neat. Yay us. But that is where all of our videos go to. So if you would like to go and check it out, consider going and following on that YouTube. But if you are an audio-oriented individual, fret not, dear friend, for we have all of our games uploaded as audiocasts wherever audiocasts are available. Don't worry, we got your back. If you already support us via audiocast, YouTube, Twitch, what have you, consider checking us out at patreon.com/indooradventures, where we have an after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So, if you have any questions for this wonderful cast of players, or for myself, the layout's not right, but don't worry about that. It'll get fixed here soon enough. But if you have any questions for us, consider joining us on Discord. It's a good time. But with that, we also have updated merch store. So if you go to merch indoor after a bit.ly, you can go and check out our new Teespring merch store, which has a very limited selection of things because Teespring is not letting me attach my PayPal, so they won't let me make merch. But it's coming, don't worry, and it's more affordable than what we've had before. So, hey, it's gonna be a good time. So, with that, hey Dingo, who you playing tonight?
I'm Dingo, she, her, and I am playing Hish Sunguard, the half-orc fighter, he, him.
Howdy, I'm Reeves. I use he, him, and I'm playing Ulman Dark the Dagger, who uses he, him, and Ham the Slime, who uses they, them.
Hi, I'm Cyber fucking Wolf, and I play Albus the Kalashtra Bard, and both places use he, him. You are muted. Oh no! There you go.
Oh no!
You don't
back
go.
unmuted.
Our dear
KyleWithAnN will
Kyle
be
with
joining
an
us
N.
tonight as our dear friend Jilfa'en Lyrandar, a cleric of a certain chained deity who will rename, of course nameless, until you, of course, say the name. But I have fixed the layout. You are all where you are supposed to be, and tonight I am the indoor adventurer, he, him, and I shall be your dungeon master. So, last we left off, you guys had a rather eventful encounter inside the first layer of a Sahuagin fortress. After meeting with a dying man by the name of Elmo, you continued adventuring around and eventually found your way to the second layer, where you realized, I don't like this place. This place is bad. You could not find the missing dagger or missing short sword, which housed your friend Ulman Dark, and so you all decided that your reconnaissance mission was effectively good enough, as you did your best to try and just sort out everything that you could see on this first layer. However, upon leaving the Sahuagin fortress, you realized that the boat that you had stored away within the reeds next to the entryway had been discovered, meaning that you all have a rather lengthy swim ahead of you. And as you all took out to water, we switched over to Ulman, who, as a short sword, was beginning to feel himself get shaved down, as it seems like the Sahuagin priestess or the Sahuagin priests had plans for his form. But that is where we are going to pick up with the rest of the group. You guys have swam for hours at this point. It has been, honestly, Albus, this is kind of what you enjoy doing. Like, if this is your downtime activity, is just hanging out in the ocean, you feel no issue with this at all. But the rest of your party seems to be, they seem to be suffering a little bit just from the amount of swim that they have had to do, also while carrying all of their things. So I would like for everyone except for Albus to roll a concentration check, just to kind of or a constitution check to sort of maintain your good swimmies.
Who thinks they need help?
I should be good for. Is it a constitution save or just a check?
This is a save.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll probably be fine.
I've got a 19.
Okay.
Oh, all of you have amazing constitutions. What am I talking about?
They're fine.
I also got a 19.
I got a dirty 20.
Yeah, you guys are good. This is the seafaring crew, and right now you're just seafaring without a ship. But eventually, the ships that you guys sailed in on are within eyeline. And calling out to them, they end up dropping a dinghy down, dropping some ropes down. And within the matter of about 10 minutes or so, you are all actually brought up on board of the ship. And when you return without a boat, the landlocked members of the Saltmarsh Alliance are confused. They all thought you were dead, given the fact that you have been gone for roughly 12 hours or so. And because you all tried to have a long rest inside of this base that you were stealthing into. But seeing as how you have all arrived and you are looking a little worse for wear, they all agree to give your group some time to recuperate as they begin to formulate a strategy as to how best address this. Gellin Primewater, who is in charge of the ship that you got, or has stationed himself on the ship that you guys are currently on, approaches you, Hish, and says, well, what does it look like in there? What are we dealing with? I mean, besides a bunch of freaky fishmen.
Honestly, just a hopeless amount of freaky fishmen. No, it's like a maze in there, and it goes underneath the ground. It literally, there's a staircase that goes underwater, and I mean, I can draw out for you from memory as much as I can from what we explored, but we didn't get to all of it before we had to leave. And we had to leave one of our own behind.
But all four of you are here.
It's a complicated situation.
Say no more. You Ink people can be a little wily sometime. And he sort of gives you a brief smirk at that, knowing full well, Hish, that you... Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. Does your mug say daddy? I'm really curious.
Yes, it does.
Do you doubt?
The commitment to character.
All right. Okay. God damn it. So Gellin says that that's fine. That the fortress is confusing. He understands how that might be the case. So what the council has talked about is that because the lizard folk know this location relatively well, he is letting you all know that the current plan is that all of the aquatic members of the Saltmarsh Alliance are going to go and strike at the third level of this fortress. while they are currently trying to get in that way, your plan, or at least the assignment that has been given to all of you, is to act as a strike force. Seeing as how you only made it through the first layer, Gellin believes that it is almost imperative that you then lock down that first layer if you possibly can. They are aware of the situation with the gate being a major blockade that will prevent a lot of their forces from getting in and being able to do what they need to do. And as a means of bypassing this, they are the Alliance is going to tentatively let you borrow some potions. Should you use them, they don't expect you to pay them back, but if you don't use them, these are rather expensive, so they would prefer to get them back if possible. And each of you will receive 1 potion of invisibility and 1 potion of gaseous form. Now, you said that you still have a friend on the inside. Are they in any... would they be able to help at all?
If we could communicate with him, maybe, but there's no way that I know of that we can communicate with him.
Not to interrupt or anything, sorry. Couldn't help it over here. But I might have a means of finding him. The only catch is he needs to be within like 1,000 feet. And I can get a little ping on him, but yes, that's all I have at my disposal that might help.
I mean, whatever it is, we have to go back in anyway, so.
That's true. I'm afraid, though, if he's on another part of the fortress that's not this first layer that we've been assigned to, that I don't know if he'll be in within the spell's radius.
Then we might just have to take a detour through the other layers.
If you can hold the gate, victory is assured. And as long as your friend is in there, we will find them.
Is there a
Bims, not now.
taxi on board?
It's just Bims.
Oh. Yeah, I think Jill will kind of like won't say anything.
All right. Give you all time to rest up. We strike in 8. These creatures can see in the dark, so waiting until nightfall or morning means nothing. Just once you're rested, we begin the assault. And at that, Gellin, you've seen Hish and to an extent Ulman do this very quick heel turn. And when Gellin does it, you are fairly certain this may be where Hish picked up this habit, is having spoken with Gellin so often. But he is going to then go off and begin sending out the message that in the next 8 hours, they will begin the assault on the fortress. So
I think Hish would turn to Jill and say, even if we can't find him before, and I mean, clearly they're not going to be able to find him after, but we can. There shouldn't be anything to stop us from searching after it's done.
I suppose I'm just worried is all.
I am too. I didn't really want to leave, but
I know. I suppose all we can do now is rest up.
that's all we can do for now.
She'll nod and make her way to her quarters.
Yeah, I think Hish does the same. I think he heads to his quarters for a very long nap.
Okay. Ham, where are you going? Same, going like to your hanging, the place where you would typically rest?
I think Ham goes there for a little bit and then goes over to the captain's quarters and knocks on the door.
Yeah, I think Hish is like just laying down and then kind of groans as he stands back up and he'll open the door.
Can Ham stay here?
Sure. Is everything all right?
Ham's just scared.
Oh, buddy. I think Hish kind of gives them a hug and says, "Yeah, you can stay in here, and you can bring Bims in here too."
Ham smiles at that slightly and then like makes his way into a corner and just sits down and stays there quietly.
Do you need like a blanket or?
Blanket's nice.
Yeah, I think Hish. I think something that Hish has done many times for his son is sort of make him like an impromptu blanket fort. So I think that's what he kind of does for Ham. He sets up like a pillow and blanket fort for him in the corner, or for them in the corner, and then he settles down for his nap.
Sounds good. And Albus, you are going to the bilge, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So, everyone gets to take the effects of a long rest.
Oh, thank God.
Yay!
Free
Albus,
us.
while you are asleep, the rocking of the bilge ends up feeling very comforting. Even though you have lost your friend, there is no doubt in your mind that you will find Ulman once again. You are, in fact, a perfect being, so the thoughts and ideas that you have about how easy it will be to find Ulman, it is known and it is true. And as you sleep, you feel that continuous rocking sensation, but the feeling of water encompasses you, and unlike the kind of sandy, gritty liquid that is within the bilge, you feel like this is almost like a second skin to you. It feels so comforting and like home, and in a way that is like home that you have not felt since you can remember, which may not be the best use of measurement because memory loss, but this is what you remember home feeling like. And as you open your eyes, all three of them, you look around and you can see that you have a elongated white form and you are swimming. And in front of you, you see that there are three large lights that each open simultaneously, almost like eyes looking at you, and you hear a voice. What do you think you're doing?
Do I recognize this voice?
There is some part of you deep within that recognizes this voice, but as far as a name, you are unable to address it.
What I must.
You're supposed to be finding the enemy. And here you are, dabbling about in the affairs of the lesses, the food. Why?
Because they will help me.
Do you feel like you can help them? We have seen how you helped the people of Lethlong, KyleWithAnN. You have done well. Will you help these morsels in the same way that you have helped them?
No.
Why?
Because that will not make them happy.
Well, their requirements for happiness are small. A fine meal, a bed to rest in. As if the entire ocean was not a fitting bed. KyleWithAnN. You are given a form to infiltrate societies, to go unnoticed. But here you are throwing yourself in Spear's way. Is this to make the morsels happy?
Not entirely.
And what is it for?
To secure the help I need.
Do they think you helpful, KyleWithAnN?
I doubt it.
You were meant to be unassuming. That is why we gave you the body you did. Or the body we did. Is it not enough?
No.
There are our brothers who travel across the lands as you do. You are not alone. They shall remain lesser. But you, perhaps a more durable build would be something that would be more appeasing. Would this make the morsels happy?
I'm not sure.
And there is a moment of calm as these large lights look down on you.
Will it make them happy? That is subjective. Will it keep them alive? so they can continue to be useful to our cause.
That's dependent on me.
Then more durable you shall be, Albus of Lethlung. We know the name. Not nearly enough syllables.
And with that, we have talked about Albus getting a little bit of a reshuffle over the course of the week. So, Cyber, would you like to tell our party members what it is, any kind of buffs that Albus has gained?
I mean, we talked about it, but we didn't actually say what I would do.
I thought we were doing the swappies with 6 source, 1 bard. 1 bard.
Okay, I need to change my character sheet for.
That's totally fine.
What about stats?
Stats, just as you described them. I was fine with it.
Which one?
Oh God. Let's say option 2.
I mean, so just so everybody behind the scenes like knows what's happening, I have like 5 different copies of Albus in my D&D Beyond right now, of various race and class combinations.
What are you doing to the boy?
Yeah, it was swap the dips, and then buff charisma, and then spread others dex int. So based on the last message that you sent me on November 9th.
The last one, okay. Okay, so I mean, I'll save describing it for whenever y'all see him.
Sure.
While I shuffle around some stuff.
Yes.
Give him a 6-pack.
He's totally ripped now. But yes, so Albus, the beings within the beings that have sent you on your mission also believe that durability was not your strong suit, but seeing as how you were throwing yourself in front of the enemy lines as frequently as you have been, perhaps being as squishy as you once were was not their strongest play in sending you in. So you can do that there shuffling. The following morning, or not the following morning, but after your long rest is concluded, what would the rest of you like to do? Is there any final preparations that you would like to make?
Love to get some potions of healing.
Okay. As far as potions of healing, when you specify that you would love to get some, there are at least a good 80 other odd individuals who are going through the various stages of preparation. Make a persuasion check to try and convince one of these individuals that a healing potion is better for you than it would be for them.
Okay.
You are a decisionist, so I'll say you have advantage on this. Okay. So an 18 will get you 2 potions of healing.
Okay.
As the individuals that you get these from are actually your fellow AC Inc. members on the ship with you. They all agree to, like, the ones that you get potions from, as they hand it over and say, like, oh, of course, for the decisionist, obviously, are very much now like, I don't want to go out on the front line. So they are resigning themselves to stay back in an act of self-preservation.
Fine. Yeah, I can live with it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jill, is there anything that you would like to do before heading out?
She is going to spend her time just preparing spells, and writing in her journal to do so. But that's pretty much her morning.
Okay. Sounds good. And Ham. You've
Ham's
woken
gonna
up
try to
in
make
Hish's
breakfast.
room in a blanket fort.
Which is fantastic. I think Ham is going to try to make breakfast.
Okay. Sounds
As
good.
usual.
Make a survival check, I believe is how we have you make breakfast.
19.
You know, Ham, I feel like Ulman has a lot of like flourish when he is making food, but Ham is like, egg go in there, and like he just sort of instinctively knows based on like how much time Ulman does things for, but he doesn't know like the specifications. He knows you turn knob to like this point and then you put egg on and leave egg for X time, because like you could eat and do eat anything as a slime, so like it doesn't really matter to you at this point. Make a perception check.
17.
Okay. So with a 17, Bims seems different towards you. Normally when it's you and Ulman together, Bims is always like on your shoulder, giving you little head rubs, and just always trying to like be very close. But now that it's just you, Bims seems like they're more like trying to give you at least a little bit of distance.
I think Ham like cocks his head to the side. What's wrong?
And Bims just, you're different.
I'm Ham.
You're not Ham. And like Bims motions with his tail towards some fresh meats that you have. That's Ham.
My name is Ham.
And Bims cocks their head to the side.
Cause Ham is best meat.
And at that, Bims nods in agreement. But they still seem tentative towards you.
Ulman's still back there.
And then
But-
Bims looks a little sadder.
We're gonna find him,
They perk up.
and we're gonna do it together, right?
Heavy nods. And Bims will fly over and then just perch on your shoulder.
Ham will pet him like Ulman does.
And as you pet Bims like Ulman does, again, Bims just like, there's like some disconnect that's happening between you and Bims right now. It appreciates the scritches, but like in the same way, if a cat's favorite person walks in the room, you know that they would just like rush over towards them. That's kind of the feeling that you're getting with Bims right now.
I think Ham's a little disappointed, but
Thank you, Katie,
continues
for all them
making
biddies.
breakfast.
All right. So, at this point, you are all gathered by the Saltmarsh Defense Alliance, and they let you know that they are going to be setting sail here shortly, and that the assault is going to begin. And with that, the sails that had kind of been furled up to allow you to rest in this small bay that you had secluded yourself in to hide from the Sahuagin. As the sail unfurls and the wind hits, you can see that even though the wind wasn't necessarily blowing this direction, or wasn't supposed to, there are clerics on most every of these ships that are all casting magics to allow the wind to be in your favor, allowing you to then go faster. Jill, on your ship, that duty is left to you, but this is some basic level Tempest stuff. This is absolutely of no issue to you. It's like a continuous use of Gust as a cantrip to really just
chilling. Flex my wrist.
Okay. And you begin heading off. So, are there any final preparations before we get this underway?
Does anyone on the ship maybe have a diamond worth 300 gold pieces? You know, worth a shot.
Make an investigation check.
All right, who's got the diamonds? Because totally forgot to, buy some. Because I'm a good cleric. Shit. What is my investigation? Dirty 20.
I do have 1,000 gold worth of gems and jewelry in my equipment right now.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me. No modifiers, just 80.
Who's rolling it?
Hish, because it's your inventory.
Okay. No modifiers. Just rolling. 17.
I will say that there is at least 300 gold pieces worth of diamond in there.
Heck yeah. Jill will be like, Can I see that? Can I have that?
Have what? These diamonds?
Yes, diamond, please.
Do you need all of them?
300 gold pieces worth. Just because if someone dies, I can use it to bring them back to life.
Yes, absolutely. I was saving them, but that sounds much better. There you go. I think he doesn't even he doesn't know how to count out 300. He doesn't know diamonds by their worth, just eyeballing it, so he just hands you all the diamonds in there.
Yep. Seems good.
Okay. Sounds good. And because you weren't counting it out specifically, it will be a total of 450 that Hish, you will mark down from your overall inventory.
You got it.
So, Albus.
What's everybody doing?
At this point, Hish and Jill are like bundles of jewelry, being like, I don't know what to do with all these diamonds.
Yeah, I'm accosting Hish for jewelry.
And Ulman is probably doing dishes. Or Ham is probably doing dishes. But I'm assuming the way Ham does dishes is that you take plate, stick in bod, dissolve all food, pull plate out, and then just set it down on the counter.
Why not?
So as Albus emerges, the first thing you'll notice is that his skin is almost as pale as Connor's. Definitely taking on a more actual white tone than the fleshy tones that he was before. He's still dripping wet. He's got like sort of a little bump here now. And yeah. He looks mostly the same, like he's still recognizable. Except for 2 tentacles that are coming down his shoulders.
I'm sorry, what?
You should have led with that.
Okay.
How big are they? Is it like a boa or is it like
I mean, it's like he has 2 other arms.
Albus. So I think Jill is like talking with Hish and kind of like glances over and like looks back and then just like actually looks and it's just like, oh,
what is it?
Albus?
Oh,
are you feeling well? And I think she's gonna like come up and like, place the back of her hand on like your forehead and stuff because you look really pale.
A little sore, but I think otherwise I'm all right.
Albus. What the fuck? What is this normal?
I mean, no, I wouldn't consider any of this normal.
I would like to just do like some sort of like medicine check on Albus because
Yeah.
in Jill's mind, this maybe it's some sort of medical condition.
Make a medicine check. Don't forget to use gloves.
Yeah, I got them fingerless gloves. It's all about the fashion, baby. 12.
There doesn't seem, other than the arms and the bump on his forehead, there doesn't seem to be anything medically wrong with Albus.
I mean, with a 12, you would know that the little bump is just a third eye that he's keeping closed.
Okay, yeah, I think like she was gonna like kind of like prod it as you would like a little lump on the head, but then she figures that out and it's just like, okay, this well, perhaps an explanation would be nice. I mean, you look fine. You just look different.
I don't know how much of it is real, but I had a dream, vision. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, I'm not the type to discount either dreams or visions, and especially considering that it appears that this one had some tangible effects.
My people, the one who put me in this form, thought it would be thought I was being an idiot throwing myself against all of your problems with a very frail form. But still need me to do what I need to do.
Well, you look. I mean, you look different, but like good. Change is good sometimes. Change is good, and if it makes you stronger, all the better, you know. I see this as a win.
Hear Ham grumpily from behind, murmuring, Ham has dreamed, but Ham never gets new arms.
Well, Ham, I think you could just form your own whenever you want.
Can you not make new arms?
You see Ham produce 2 tentacly arms and a similar bump on his forehead, although he doesn't realize it's an eye, so it's just a bump. He wiggles around.
There you go. How's Hish doing at this moment?
I think Hish has just kind of had this blank look on his face, and he goes,
He meows.
please.
He meows so much.
He meows so much. No, he goes, I don't have anything to say to any of this. I'm going to get more coffee. And he does the turning on his heel. And he goes back into the kitchen.
Classic Hish.
Okay. So, as all of you have taken a gander at Albus's new form, that is when you hear the horns begin. And it starts at one of the far-off ships and then courses through the different ships as well. And you realize it is time. And as you look over towards the several ships that are along your right-hand side, you can see that there are lizard men and lizard folk who are beginning to just jump off the sides in a diving-like fashion. And you see that there are other aquatic creatures as well who are about chest high in the ocean that begin to just sink lower as it appears as if the underwater assault is beginning. The rest of the landlocked members of the Alliance begin hopping into dinghies and smaller rafts and boats, and they all begin to press out as well. And looking on the deck and the helm of each one of these ships, you can see that there are primary members of the Alliance. And as you kind of look at the farthest ship down, you can actually see Lady Othakent herself, the lizard folk queen, has arrived and is in full war dress. It seems like she is there to kick ass and take names, and it's too bad because she doesn't know the names of any of the people she's kicking ass. But you see her, as she looks stoically, reach into a breast pocket of her armor, and you see her pull out what looks like a folded up piece of paper, and as she unfurls it, you recognize it as the signed picture of Jim Darkmagic. She gives it a small kiss, folds it back up, and sets it back inside of her armor, and then she hops into the water as well. The 4 of you, are you hopping in a dinghy, or are you all going to be swimming towards this entryway?
Oh, I'm getting in a dinghy.
Okay.
Boat is good.
Boat is good.
All right, so
Boat is good.
you are all in this boat. You are making your way towards this gate. You can see that the doors in front of you that you had opened up previously yesterday are once again closed. And as you get close to these doors, it is a little bit early, but because of the nature of the next part of what we are going to do, we're going to be taking our break here for the evening. So I would like to say thank you to everybody who has stuck with us so far. Thank you to these wonderful players for just being excellent. I fucking love this game. And we are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go no place unless it is to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to bit.ly/merchindoor to pick up something nice for yourself. But until the meantime, consider joining us on Discord, and we will see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. Bye-bye. There we go, and we're back. Hello, everybody. So, our strike force is at the giant double doors of the Sahuagin fortress. This time, not worrying about hiding your dinghy, because you either die here or you are successful. That is the purpose of this assault. So, what are the four of you going to do?
That's an excellent question.
Who is
that I
leading
have
this
thought
charge?
A lot about. What's the vibe here? Is it a charge? Or is it more of a ambush?
Make a perception check.
Can I make a vibe check?
Can you make
check
a
those
vibe check?
vibes?
Insight check would be the vibe check, wouldn't it?
Well, that is a, what's my 10?
All right. As far as you are aware, you guys are doing, for lack of a better seafaring metaphor, you are doing a pincer attack. You are striking at the third layer, striking at the top layer, and you are going to try and meet them in the middle and just crush this threat as best you can. You guys are the initial force heading into this that will allow everyone else to then actually be able to rush in and do what they need to do.
Okay. Then, and we were assigned the gate, right?
Yes, you were assigned the gate and the first layer as a whole.
Okay, then yeah, I think maybe not a rush, but I don't think Hish would be particularly hiding himself too much. But yeah, I think he's calmly leading the team to the gate.
Okay, sounds good. So, as you guys open up these this set of double doors, what you see before you is what appears to be 4 of these Sahuagin that are, they kind of have their backs turned to you as they're like listening down the rest of the fortress to see if there's any alert coming, as you know that the strike on the third layer is currently underway. So it seems like these 4 are currently distracted by that initial sound. So I'd like for you all to roll initiative.
Yeehaw, baby. Let's do it.
Oh.
11.
8,
17.
26.
And sorry, Hish, what'd you get?
17.
Okay, sounds good. So Ham, you're first.
I think Ham just immediately points his hand. Is this the room with the gong in it?
This is, let me see real quick, double checking on this guy. This is the room with the gong.
Great. Can I shoot the like apparatus that hits it to break it without sounding it with like an eldritch blast?
I will say yes because it is a metal rod.
Cool. I would like to do that with one of my blasts.
Okay, make an attack
And
roll.
then okay, cool. Dirty 20?
Totally hits. Roll for damage.
Uh, 10.
That rod breaks. It is not a very sturdy rod. It was just girthy enough to actually cause a good ringing sound, but your magics end up just kind of snapping it in twain, and it clatters down onto the ground.
Then they immediately move their hand and just shoot one of the Sahuagin with their back turn.
Okay, make an attack roll.
17.
Okay, 17 totally hits. Roll for damage.
Would I get sneak attack because he's not aware of my presence?
Sneak attack is only for melee weapon attack or weapon attacks, not for magic.
That's 2.
Okay. Sounds good. It screeches out in pain, and the other 3 that are near it kind of stop and turn towards their friend that just got blasted after hearing the sound of metal clattering. So next up in the initiative order are 2 of these Sahuagin, who are going to try and rush towards the 4 of you. Who was in front of this assault? Like, who is leading this charge? Was that Hish, or was that you, Ulman / Ham?
I think Hish would have been in front.
Okay. Then they are going to try and strike out towards you, Hish. Show me potato salad. So one of them in their strike will get a 15 and the other gets a 17.
Neither of those hit.
Okay. So that is it for their turn. Next up, Hish.
Great. I would like to smack him back. The smack that... Or wait. No. Hish is the snack that smacks back. Anyway. I'm going to scimitar them. I'm going to use this one. This one's been nice to me. Uh, 19 plus 8. That hits.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use a superiority die to make it a sweeping attack and hit both of them.
Okay.
So that's 8 slashing damage, 8 fire damage, and where is my D8? 5 additional damage, and the 5 damage hits the other guy.
Okay. So that was a total of what?
So 16 damage and then 5 additional damage.
Holy shit. Okay.
For both of them.
Well, that one Sahuagin just gets cut in half. The first guy that you hit is just, I mean, you have a hot knife and it's going through what one would describe as a more like physical butter. But yes, you are able to quickly dispatch this Sahuagin as the one next to him takes quite a bit of damage. Okay, so...
Oh, wait, I have a second attack.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'd like to hit that buttery boy.
Okay.
13 plus 8?
Totally hits.
Yay. And this one will just be regular. Oh, wait, no. Is there another Sahuagin next to this one?
Yes, as it was the 4 of them that had kind of like clumped up towards the where you know the gate will be. And as you rushed up, you just cleaved one, and then there is a boy standing to your right and then 2 boys on your left.
Perfect. Then I'm going to use the sweeping attack on the 2 boys on my left. 11 slashing damage. 6 fire damage. And 5 additional.
Okay, so that is yet another Sahuagin that you just cleave through.
Goodbye.
And it lets out a cry of pain that is quickly just... it is quickly cut off. So, well, those were the ones that were going to go. So, hey, Jill.
it's me. Question. Hish, did you do a sweeping attack on your second attack and get another one, or just the first attack?
I did it on both.
Okay. So the one that is left alive, I would like to cast Hold the Dead on. So ring a ding dong.
Okay, there are 2 that are currently alive.
Whichever one got in Hish's second sweeping
got
attack. And that is a wisdom save.
Yes. And it gets a 18 on the wisdom save.
Fuck. That's my turn.
Okay, sounds good. Albus, it is your go.
There's 2 of them alive.
There are.
How far away are they, and who's in the middle of them?
Hish, and it's just Hish that is currently in the middle of them. And away from you, they are at this point maybe 15 feet, less than.
I'm gonna go in and attack the one that's on Hish
Okay.
with Hayato Kita's Claw. Does 14 hit?
A 14 does. Roll for damage.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, only 3 of these. Okay. I am not that high level of a bard anymore. 7 points of piercing damage, 8 points of psychic damage.
Okay, that's exactly what you needed to drop this Sahuagin.
All right, and I still have a bonus action, right?
That is correct.
That's my turn.
Okay, sounds good. So, next up, would have been a Sahuagin, but you just ran Kita's Claw through it. So next up, Ham.
Ham makes himself a short sword and slips up behind one of the Sahuagin that is around Hish and stabs him.
Okay.
Specifically, green flame blade. Specify that.
Do it.
That's going to be a 26.
Okay. 26 totally hits. Roll for damage. How about this? How about you guys let me know if it's higher than 12?
He's dead.
Okay.
So incredibly dead.
Okay. Sounds good. So it this creature also kind of like yarps its last yarp as you green flame blade it in the back, and this first room is cleared. You watch as the gate that is in front of you is beginning to rise. It seems like the combat, the sounds of combat and the sounds of their friends dying in the room previous has alerted the Sahuagin that are in the next room forward. What would the 4 of you guys like to do? Because Ham, you still got your movement.
Turns around and like readies his hand to start blasting.
Okay. Sounds good. So next up is Hish, as it seems like the Sahuagin past this gate are just busy trying to make it rise so that way it will hopefully prevent the lot of you from then passing through this area.
They're trying to make the gate rise?
Yes.
Oh.
It's coming from the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Starting from the bottom.
Now
and
it's
it
here.
will stay there.
But to Hish, now it's here is like your knee. Like it hasn't risen to the point where it's impassable.
Okay, yeah, then I think Hish would vault the gate and kill the ones that are trying to pull the gate up.
Okay, so Hish, as you vault over this gate and go to look at these individuals who are trying to push the turnstile, you see that there are roughly 7 Sahuagin in this room.
Easy.
Oh, yeah. All right, so
7 sticks of butter just waiting to be
All right. Let's get some attacks.
Okay. 10 plus 8, 18.
Oh, that totally hits.
Do I just burn through all my superiority die now? Nah, I'll hang on to it. I'll just do 1.
Okay.
9 slashing damage. And then... Sorry, math. 7 fire damage.
Okay.
And then... For
It is still up.
How dare it.
It's looking fucking miserable with itself right now.
Okay, if it's almost done, then I'm gonna focus my second attack on another one nearby.
Okay.
14.
14 hits.
Yay. Ten slashing damage and 6 fire damage, so 16 altogether.
Okay. It also is not looking very well off at this point. Quite possibly regretting some of its decisions. Next up is one of these Sahuagin that had tried to strike against you, or not had tried to strike against you, but it saw you strike against its friends. So it is going to try and do its best with its with a spear that does not hit, and a claw also does not hit, or the bite does not hit. Sorry. Then next up is going to be 3 more Sahuagin that are all going to try and do the same thing towards you, Hish. One of them gets an 18.
That is just enough.
Yes. Haha! The spear! For a total of 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then for the bite, it is an 18 to hit off of advantage. And that is 3 points of piercing damage.
Gotcha.
And
I'm at 69. Nice. You can't hit me again.
Nice.
I'm guessing that a modified 20 hits.
Yes.
The second
unfortunately.
Sahuagin for 7 points of piercing damage. And then it is going to try and bite against you. That is an 18 to hit.
That also does indeed hit.
For 2 points of piercing damage.
They are learning.
And then the third, who is going to try and do the same thing that it saw its friends doing. 15 does not hit you, but a 19 will. And that is a 19 on the bite, so that is 3 points of piercing.
Just got these little Sahuagin just gnawing on me.
Next up, Jill.
Okay. Jill is also going to vault over this rising gate. Survey the situation. They're all just kind of clumped around Hish, right?
Yeah, there are so many of them that are just on Hish right now.
God, if only they could position themselves in a more strategic way. So I, could use an AoE spell, but that's fine.
Go for it. Just do it. I got
No.
I got 57 hit points, baby. Just go for it.
You silly man. No. No. Okay, no. We won't do these things. We won't hurt Hish. Okay, I would like to, for my action, cast Toll the Dead on the one that's looking just rough.
That is a 13.
Hasta la vista, baby. This 11 points of
Oh, he's fucking dead.
necrotic damage. Ding dong.
And that was one of the ones that was actually pushing the gate as well, so they just collapsed down onto the ground, and the other ones that were holding on to this turnstile, it pops back a little bit because they needed that many people to be able to move this thing that they are no longer capable of doing.
With my bonus action, I would like to cast Spiritual Weapon, baby. We're bringing out the big old daddy chain. And with that, as it comes out, I want to whack another one that was on the turnstile.
Okay.
Just a big old wacko smacko. Oh yeah, I need to roll the d20 first. I was like, which die? Which die is it? What is 13 plus 8? Is that
Enough
21?
to hit. Yeah.
Okay. For 9 points of force damage.
Okay, so that was the other one that Hish had like jumped in, smacked. You are just on cleanup duty at this point, and this spiritual weapon comes in. And what does it look like when it just drops the second Sahuagin that was on this turnstile?
Just like as the chain just like forms in existence, just the weight of it just slaps down onto the Sahuagin and just smushes it.
For sure. All right, so next up is Albus.
How many are left?
There are 5 left in this room.
What's the arrangement like?
4 of them are directly on Hish, and one of them seems like they are looking a little skittish in comparison.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. We use 1 sorcery point and twin a ray of sickness. I'm going for the skittish one with a 25.
Oh, that totally hits.
Albus is like reaching out with one of his shoulder tentacles, and it just, hits him for 7 points of poison damage.
Okay.
And is he still good?
Yeah, he's still fine.
Does a 14 hit?
Yep.
6 more poison.
Okay. Still alive. Doesn't like it.
Okay. I'm gonna spend. No, I'm not. Hey, Ham. Galaxy Brain.
Nice. All right. So, did you have anything else you would like to do on your turn? Okay, sounds good. So the one that you have Ray of Sickness, as you guys are making your way into this room, it is just going to begin shrieking as well as a Sahuagin can, and it begins to run off towards a longer hallway, and it seems to be making its way into the fortress to try and alert the others. It is still going to be within visual distance, just down this hallway at this point.
Will we get a attack of opportunity when he leaves, or is he too far away?
He was not one of the ones that had initially begun aggressing against you, Hish. They just seemed to kind of be towards the back, saw all this happening, and was like, fuck. Like, this one seems to know what might be going on in this situation. And it look scared. Next up, Ham.
Ham is gonna run in. And can he see that dude?
Yes, he can.
Can he shoot that dude?
For sure.
Great. Does a 14 hit?
14 totally hits. Roll for damage.
9?
Exactly what you needed. I feel like you guys are working some things out against these Sahuagin after like being in their fortress.
We just know now.
We know how you work, and you're not going to get away with it this time.
Okay. So there are 4 more Sahuagin, one of which is still like trying to push the turnstile, and the other 3 are on Hish trying to aggress her, or trying to aggress him.
I want to shoot the one on the turnstile.
Okay.
23.
23 totally hits. Roll for damage.
8.
Okay. Sounds good. So next up, Hish, what's your dexterity modifier?
I'm pretty sure it's -1. Yeah.
Okay, so this Sahuagin will be going before you, and they are going to... They're going to continue trying to attack you. They have blood frenzy right now, and the fact that you have lost any amount of blood is just... this is the absolute greatest. This is what they live for. Modified 20 to hit.
That will, in fact, hit.
Okay, for 8 points of piercing damage. And then you said that a 16 does not hit, correct?
No, it does not hit.
Okay, so the second attack ends up being useless. Next up, Hish.
Ooh, my turn. Yeah, I'd love to just smack these boys with my scimitar as usual. Hish has got 1 move, and it works.
I have 1 job on this ship. It might be stupid, but god damn it, I'm gonna keep doing it.
14 plus 8.
Yeah,
I
that
assume
hits.
I'm going to use my superiority die to hit 2 of them. Is the gate is no longer going up, correct? No. Okay.
And it actually seems to be twisting back, with the spikes then going down.
That's fine. 8 slashing damage, 10 fire damage, and 3 for the additional damage.
Okay, so the first one that you end up cutting into goes down without issue, leaving a pretty deep wound in the second Sahuagin that you had actually like cut through.
Fantastic. I'm going to try to make that a little deeper.
Okay, sounds good.
Attack. $17.
Okay, 17 totally hits. Roll for damage.
Alrighty. Yeah, 9 plus 8, 17. Yeah.
Okay. That one goes down as well. Or no, that wasn't damage. Never mind.
No, that was not damage.
Yes.
No.
We'll see how much that damage was.
11 slashing damage, 4 fire damage.
Okay. So it is barely holding on.
Oh, you know what? Let's make it a sweeping attack.
Okay.
2 additional damage.
Okay.
For that one and another one nearby it.
That one's down, and you managed to barely scrape one of the other ones that is currently on you, leaving only 2 Sahuagin alive in this room currently. However, it is the one that you just gave a nasty scrapes to turn, and they are going to try and spear and bite towards you. That is a natural 20 for a spear. Or total of 10 points of piercing damage. And then they are going to try and bite you.
I'm sorry, to whom sedative?
To Hish.
Oh.
So 10 points of piercing.
Okay.
And then they failed with their bite because your armor is too tough.
Too tough. Just bounce right off.
All right, but that is it for these two's turn. Jill, what would you like to do?
How are you holding up, Hish?
I'm good for now.
Good for now. Okay. 2 left. Oh wait, there's one running down the hall, right?
Oh, he dead.
Oh, he's dead. Okay, great. So many fish people, I lose track. Yeah, I'm gonna go up and just smack one of these boys that's disrespecting Hish with my flail.
Okay.
Just give him the business. That's a natural 20.
Bwomp, womp, womp, womp. Roll for damage.
Okay, yeah, that's 2d8s. There we go. 4, 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
For 13 points of bludgeoning?
Mm-hmm.
Jill, you're unstoppable at this point.
Bonus action, spiritual weapon on the other one.
Okay. Do
We'll
it.
just leave that natural 20 just looking at me. Use another dice. Okay, that's good too. That's like a 12 on the d20.
Oh, you're fine.
Yes, spiritual weapon. Where are you? There you are. 1d8 plus 5. Oops, that one fell off. That's 10 points of force damage.
Okay. For 10 points of force. It's still alive. It is the last one left. It doesn't like how things are turning out. Albus.
I need an intelligence saving throw, please.
An intelligence save from one of these creatures is 15.
Fuck. Okay.
All right.
You know what? No. I'm gonna spend 2 more sorcery points. Fuck. Natural 1.
Okay. Sounds good. So, Ham.
There's just one left.
There is just one left.
Ham's gonna ham him.
Do it.
Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit, yeah. For sure.
$17.
Okay, for 17 points of damage.
Straight to his hamstrings.
Fucking gone. You guys have cleared out yet another room of the Sahuagin menace with little to no issue. Okay. So, in this room, you know that time is imperative, that your tactical insurgence needs to go by as smoothly as it possibly can. You see that there are more of the land-based units from the Saltmarsh Alliance that are now coming through this doorway and stationing themselves at this gate. What would the 4 of you like to do? As you know that there is a pathway that leads forward, to the left, and to the right.
And where are they coming from?
Your allies are coming from the back. It seems like you were able to dispatch all of the Sahuagin before they were able to raise a greater alarm.
Oh, okay. Which way is the stairway?
The stairway, you know that you can get there either of these 3 ways. The path of least resistance is going to be along the right-hand side.
Okay, and we were assigned to the 3rd level, correct?
You were assigned the 1st level, which you are currently
so-
on.
Okay. Then I guess forward until we run into someone.
Okay.
Unless anybody else has
good.
any ideas.
Let's go.
All right, so you begin rushing forward to this next area, and upon arriving in, pressing forward and kind of leaving a few good men and women of the greater Saltmarsh area to defend this gate now that you have actually made your insertion in here, you begin rushing forward. And upon entering into the next room, you actually see that there are what appear to be 12 of these Sahuagin that are all in various states of preparation, but they take notice of you. We're going to still use the initiative count for that you guys had going in last time, but this will be a surprise round on all of your ends because they were unawares as to your all presence leading into here. So we will start with Ham. What would you like to do during your surprise round?
I think Ham just rushes up to the first Sahuagin closest to him and starts stabbing.
Okay.
So Flame Blade with a 23 to hit.
Oh, that totally hits.
Do I have sneak attack on this or no?
With a green flame blade, because it's a spell attack, you do not get sneak attack.
But it's cast
no,
by
'cause it's,
hitting
yes.
with my blade.
Yes. No, then you would.
Okay, cool. Uh, 15
Okay,
damage
so
total.
15 damage total.
And is there another one within 5 feet?
Yes.
Great. One of them will take 9 fire damage.
Okay. Sounds good. It does not seem to like this at all. In no way, shape, or form is this an enjoyable outing for the Sahuagin. So then next up in the surprise round is Hish.
Okay. I would like to attack one, please.
Okay.
18 plus 8. I assume that does it.
Totally works.
11 slashing damage. And 7 fire damage.
Okay.
Is that one still up?
It is. Was this the one that Ulman had stabbed?
Yes.
Yeah. Gone.
Oh, okay. Goodbye.
Not even a worry about this.
Yeah, then I'm going to use my second attack on another one. That is a natural 1.
Okay. Sounds good. So, then next up, Jill. Unless Hish, you had a
That's
bonus
me.
action.
I don't think I do. Not for right now.
Okay then. So how many of these bad little boys can I get in a 15-foot cube radiating from me?
From you, back where you are right now, you could get 4 of them, but you would get Hish and Ulman. But if you went forward to a point where you didn't hit Hish or Ulman, you could hit... Is that 15-foot radius?
15-foot cube. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Okay. You would be able to hit 8 of them if you went past where Ulman and Hish are.
Yeah, that sounds good. It's Thunderwave time.
Okay.
It's gonna be some con saves.
All right, what is the number they are looking to beat?
16.
All right, so two of them succeeded. Wow. That is fucking abysmal luck on my end, but good for you, because I rolled 2 nat 1s for the
Heck
second set.
yeah.
2 more succeeded, and two more after that succeeded. So 6 succeeded, 2 failed.
Okay. And I would like to channel divinity and use destructive wrath for max damage. So 16 to the ones who didn't save, 8 to the ones that did.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sweet thundy damage. And the ones that didn't save get pushed back 10 feet.
Alrighty.
Do I still have spiritual weapon?
Yes, I believe
Okay.
so, because spiritual weapon lasts for a minute.
Yes, it's a minute and it's non-concentration.
It took about 12 seconds to run down the hallway
Okay.
into this next room.
Fantastic. I am going to just whack one of them with my chain.
Okay,
Whoever is the most threatening to one of my friends,
sounds
getting
good.
a chain. That's like a 2 on the die. Yeah, no, that's like an 8. I
Okay.
think, or a 10. 10.
A 10 does not hit. So,
Chain just rattles at him.
yeah. All right, and Albus for your surprise round.
How many of these creatures fit within a 20-foot radius sphere
Fucking all of them.
without hurting my friends?
Without hurting your friends, because Jill had to rush in and center her spell on herself. You could hit, at this point, 6 of them without hurting your friends. But if you centered the point on Jill, you would be able to get everyone minus Ham and Hish.
Wait, it was a thunderwave, wasn't it?
I believe so, yes.
Fuck. Okay. Sorry. Wait, did you go like in the middle of them to do thunderwave?
I went wherever Indoor told me to go.
Yeah, Jill had rushed forward past Hish and Ham in order to cast Thunderwave in the center of all of these guys.
Thunderwave goes out from you, but okay.
If it was out, then Jill still would have been able to hit the same number, so you would be able to hit all of the ones that she had pushed back. So the 12 is still a viable number for you.
without hitting anybody.
Without hitting anybody, that is correct.
I need a dex save from everybody.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. What's the number?
15.
15. All right, how about this? How about you roll the damage first and then let me know what happens? Because a lot of these boys looking pretty rough.
The number is 10. The damage type is cold.
So 2 out of 8 have saved. 5 out of 10, so half of them save.
Okay. The ones that save will take 5 points of cold damage. The rest of them will take 10 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Everybody sees wow, those look like Albus's tentacles, like the ones that he got. As they all just like reach up from the ground, and then it gets really dark around these guys as I cast Hunger of Hadar.
Icky.
Sorry, that's going to be on the start of their turn that they take that. So
Okay. That is totally fine. So, Albus, you have cast this spell. It is now time to go to the top of the round with Ham. Unless, Albus, you had a bonus action you would like to do. I always forget to ask. Okay, sounds good. So, Ham.
Great. I've still got people in range to be swinging at.
Yes.
Do any of them look particularly close to dead?
So many.
I'll just stab whoever's closest.
Go for it.
The creatures within the Hunger of Hadar are blinded.
Jesus.
So if I guess you wouldn't be able to see them, but they wouldn't be able to see you. So I was trying to give you advantage, but I forgot you can't see them either.
Wait, Ham, don't you have the ability to see in magical darkness as a warlock?
Yes.
Yes!
I do. I
Oh,
have magical
Take-
darkness. Dark
take that
vision.
advantage.
Ham is
much
the
advantage.
only one who can see them.
25 to hit.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that'll work. That is a number.
Uh, 15 damage to one.
And he's dead.
And some flames lick at the feet of another for 12 damage.
He's dead too. You guys are silly.
Why didn't we do this the first time?
The first time we decided we wanted to get captured.
All right, so they did. Did you have a bonus action?
Not for now.
Okay, so within this inky blackness, Albus, that you have thrown up over all of these ne'er-do-well fish people, you begin to hear the sounds of them in fright and in pain, and they have no fucking idea what the hell is happening because they are covered in magical darkness where all of this bad touch is happening, and they don't like any of it. So all of that has been applied for the ones that have gone, and they are... Can they move? Are they restrained at all?
They can move. It is difficult terrain.
Okay.
If they end their turn within the Hunger of Hadar, they need to make a dexterity save.
So time to end there. All right, so roll me some cold as 4 of them failed their saves.
So whenever they start their turn in there, they take the cold.
Okay.
Whenever they end their turn in there, they make a dex save or take acid.
This is just a nasty fucking spell.
It's nasty. It's so nasty. They'll take 5 if they fail, 2 if they succeed.
Okay. So you hear some thumping bodies that as well are followed with a dissolving sound. Ham, this is horrifying to watch. Because there are... this is the spell that describes them as milky tentacles, correct?
Yep, so it completely matches Albus's skin.
And you were just watching these tentacles, Ham, just emerge from the ground, wrap around these Sahuagin, and just begin pulling them towards the ground as they begin to dissolve. And I would like to point out, milky is the adjective used in the player's handbook. This is not me, like, putting my own Danish on, like, my own garnish on top. They are milky tentacles. So, then next up, Hish. All of this magical darkness has begun, and you are hearing some nasty slurping sounds coming from said darkness.
I can't see through with my dark vision, right?
Not through magical darkness.
That's rude of magical darkness. Are there any outside of the magical darkness that I can see?
None of them made it outside of the magical darkness.
All right. I think Hish is just gonna slide on by the magical darkness and maybe just get ready for the next room and let this darkness handle what's ever going on in there.
Okay, sounds good. So then next up are more of these creatures who started their turn there. It didn't work out. They are going to try and, as best they can, run through this place. Well, out of the 6 rolls that I made, 5 failed.
Oh, are they all ending their turn in there?
They were trying to rush out, but from the spot where they were in this room when you cast it, and it being difficult terrain, they don't have enough movement to get out.
7 points of acid.
Hooray! All right, so more sickly slurping.
Wow, it's so great to have area of effect spells. It's so great to be able to hit more than one person.
Isn't it? Isn't it just?
It's so great. Is this what y'all feel like all the time?
Yep.
Gods.
Hish feels like that.
All right, so Ulman, you see through this darkness, there are 4 of these fishmen that are still standing that have not succumbed to the milky tentacles.
I think Ham just kind of like relaxes and watches them. And just waits. He'll shoot one if needed, but he doesn't think they're gonna get out. This is scary advanced magic.
Okay. Sounds good. Next up, Jill.
Hey, Hish, how healthy are you looking?
About the same as I was before.
Well, I can't see anyone. I'll go over there and give you nice little cure wounds. Just slap something on you real quick. Let's see. Would you like little heal, medium size heal, big heal?
Let's do little. Well, maybe a medium heal.
Well, maybe a medium size heal.
Medium
Okay.
size.
We'll do a second
Maybe a
level.
side of fries with that.
Well, yeah, we'll hook you up. We'll hook you up. Okay, that's 11 points of healing.
All right.
That sweet healing feeling.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so that was a cure wound. So Jill also kind of was just like, maybe I'll just walk around and go up and just kind of touch you on the shoulder. And I guess maybe stand in the threshold between maybe this room and the next. Just kind of take a peek.
Okay. Sounds good. So,
wait, can I try and send my spiritual weapon in there and try to hit someone?
Make an attack roll with disadvantage because you're going in blind.
Oh, sweet. I rolled an 18 and a 16.
Those hit.
Spiritual weapon, the damage. Okay, found it. For 9 points of force damage.
Okay, so for 9 points of force damage, yet another one of these Sahuagin goes down. All right,
nods
so
in respect.
you guys are just walking through these figures.
We deserve it.
Okay, next up, Albus.
Well, I also cannot see in this.
No.
So I'm just gonna start walking to where everybody else is. Maintain that concentration.
Okay.
I am gonna stay like How about this? I'm gonna ready a attack with Hayatoki's claw, for if I see somebody come out.
Okay, sounds good. Alrighty, so there we are. Got it. So as you make your ready action, Ham, it is your go.
Are any of them making their way out at all?
They haven't been, like, on their turn, they floundered, it seemed. Like, there was not an opportunity that they could find to escape this inky blackness.
Ham is bored. He's gonna start shooting.
Okay.
Doesn't take time to aim. Rolls an at one. That's a 8.
Pot shots. Clearly.
And then a 15.
Okay. So an 8 and a 15 totally hits.
8 damage.
Okay. So the one that you hit wishes it was dead. It's not, though. Still alive. Man, does it hate every minute of this. But luckily, all of this has only been happening to it for 6 seconds. Because yay round times. Alright, so then next up is Hish.
Yeah, I would just like to ready an action for if, on the very small chance that one of them gets out, I'd like to scimitar it.
Okay, sounds good. So okay, so that is when Albus, roll for damage.
6 points of cold damage to everybody.
They had no chance. And the surviving members of that room are very much no more. That is when the four of you hear a shout. Sahuagin shouts are very odd, mostly because you're used to them sounding gruffer. But it is very much more of a like sound that seems to echo from this darkness behind you. And then you hear the sound of webbed feet slapping against the solid stonework. As Ham, you can see that there is a Sahuagin that is wielding this very wicked looking scimitar that then levels it towards a direction through this darkness, and you watch as what looks to be 12 more of these Sahuagin are all just going to start charging as quickly as they can through this inky blackness towards the other side. So that is going to be during Hish's turn, as that this call is made. Hish, you hear this sound resonating, and from the room that you guys were keeping guard at, you can see that there are about 7 of these Sahuagin that are also making their way from the front lines towards you guys. It seems like they are trying to perform their own pincer attack on your group. Hish, what would you like to do as these figures have revealed themselves?
Okay, so remind me where everything is. There
is an unknown amount to you, as Ham was the only one who saw them, coming from behind. And then there are what appear to be 7 of them making their way towards you via the front.
Okay, so if I don't know about the ones from behind, then Hish is gonna go charge after the 7 in the front.
Sounds good. You will definitely reach them in time. There was maybe a 10-foot, like a 10-foot gap between you and them.
Okay. In time to do an attack?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Then yes, I attack. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 just misses.
Ah, no. Okay. Try again. That's a natural 20.
Oh, that for sure is going to hit.
Yay! You know what? This seems like a good time to just use my superiority die. Make it a sweeping attack.
Okay.
Let's see. $17 slashing damage. Seven. 18 fire damage.
Oh my god. Did.
5. 13 additional damage.
Was that a sweeping attack?
Yeah, I made it into a sweeping attack.
Holy shit, okay. The one that your blade sweeps into, they look like they're barely holding on at this point. You've done quite a number. Okay. So, it is at this point that that 4 of them that are in the same room as you, Hish, are going to swarm at you and try and deal attacks towards you. One of them gets a nat 20 with a spear for 15 points of piercing damage, and then they are going to try and bite you. But a 15 does not hit. Second one is going to try and spear you. That doesn't work, so they go to bite. That is a modified 20 on the bite for 3 points of piercing damage. The third one is going to try and spear you. You said an 18 hits, correct?
Yes.
That is for 7 points of piercing, and then they will try and bite with a 22 on the bite for 4 points of piercing damage.
Alrighty.
And then the fourth buddy that is in this room that is going to try and do the same thing as their friends gets a 22 on the spear for 7 points of piercing. And that is the Wompity Womps.
Excuse me.
Sir,
I'm gonna eat them.
2 critical hits.
For 9 points of piercing damage off of the blade, and then a 17 misses for the bite.
You said that was 9 for the blade?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is all the ones that can go on that initiative count. Ham, you're watching as there are more from behind that are making their way through all of this tentacled blackness. So when they enter there on the first time of their turn, or for the first instance of their turn, Albus, did they start taking damage?
It's only if they start their turn there.
Okay, cool. They are going to be ending their turn in there as they try and make their way through.
Then I'll need a dex save.
Okay. You said 10 is the number?
15.
Okay. So half of them succeeded, half of them failed.
7 points of acid damage.
Okay, sounds good. Mumbles KC, thank you for the sub. We appreciate you. Okay, so 7 for fail.
Yes.
Sounds good. So, got it. That guy's looking bad. Okay. Sounds good. to me. So then next up, Jill.
Okie dokie. I would like to toll the dead on the one that I guess Hish just almost killed.
Do it.
That's a wisdom save of 16.
That is a 10.
Sorry, my friend. You're probably gonna die here. Well, 6 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, he did.
Great. And then with my bonus action, whooshoo, let's whip somebody with that chain.
Okay.
We just wheeling and dealing, baby. That's 19
Okay. So 19 totally hits. Roll for damage.
for 9 points of force damage.
Okay. Alrighty. That one is looking worse for wear. If you were able to see it, you could tell, but inky blackness. So then next up, Albus.
None of them exited the thing, right?
They were unable to during their turn.
Okay. So for my action, who do I see on the other side?
On the other side of the blackness?
No, on the other side of the room. Like, Hish is being attacked, right?
Yeah, Hish is being attacked by 4 of these Sahuagin.
Can I get an int save from one of them?
Sure. That's a 9.
Oh my god. Y'all, I hit with the cantrip!
What are you doing?
I am opening my third eye.
Ooh, yuck, I hate it.
And this guy's going to take 8 points of psychic damage from Mind Sliver. And the next time it makes a saving throw, it needs to subtract a d4 from it.
Okay.
For a bonus action. Yes, you're getting a level 4 healing word.
Nice.
Thank you.
And that is, I believe that's 12 plus 4. Or, yeah. 16 points.
Perfect. Thank you.
Rad.
That's it.
Okay. So next are the other 3 that are in the room with Hish as well. And they are... One of them is going to rush up towards Hish. The other 2 are going to go towards Jill as they see another kind of armored figure in the back. And they are going to try and do a stab. Jill does a 19 hit.
It just.
For
It
5 points of
does.
piercing.
First blood.
And then they are going to make a bite attack towards you that fails. Then the second one is going to try and do the same with his stabby for 15.
Nope.
Okay. And then a bite for 19 on the heckin' bite
Mm-hmm.
for 2 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
And then third boy is going to run up to you as well. This is a different dice! And it got the natural 20.
And it's a different snack.
I will have no dice if we ever hang out again. Gonna eat them all.
And I'm gonna stare you in the eyes when I do it.
Oh my god. So that is going to be for 15 points of piercing damage.
I would like to use my reaction
Okay.
to do the thing that I always forget the name of. Wrath of the Storm. So that's gonna be a dex save on the one that just critted on me.
Okay. And That is an 11.
Oh, that's a fail, so they're gonna take 9 lightning damage.
Okay.
Because I said so.
And then they're going to try and bite you for a 19 on bite.
Yeah.
For 5 points of piercing damage from the bite.
Oof.
All right, so there are, to set the scene again, as we go to the top of the round, there are roughly what appear to be 13 Sahuagin that are making their way through the blackness coming towards your group. Hish, you have 4 Sahuagin on you. Jill, you have 3 Sahuagin on you. Ulman, or Ham, you and Albus currently have no Sahuagin on you, but Ham, you are aware of incoming forces, and Albus, you are feeling more powerful than you have in time memoriam. All right, so, Ham, what would you like to do?
Ham turns back and yells, lots of new Sagugu in this. And then he runs in at the one with the scimitar. And I want to attack him.
Okay. So you know that rushing in, you would possibly be ending your turn within this difficult terrain, as they are within the inky blackness. They cannot see you, though.
I can run in, use my action to attack, and then bonus action to
That is
dash
correct.
back out, right?
Yes.
Great, yeah.
Cool.
That's
just
exactly what I'm doing then.
wanted to let you be aware you were running into hazards. So good.
As I get close to him, Ham also squints at him. No, is it a bonus action to hex someone?
As a hexblade, yes.
Okay, yeah, never mind then. I need that bonus action to run away. Does a 18 hit?
An 18 on this guy. As your short sword goes to sink in, you hear the telltale sound of metal against metal, and it does not actually penetrate his armor.
Can he see me?
He can't, because he's blind inside of the magical darkness.
So do I have advantage on this?
You also
Yes.
have Galaxy Brain.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and roll both of those. It's just D6 Galaxy Brain now?
Yes, it has gone back down to D6.
Okay.
I'm a level 1 bard now.
That's okay.
Much better. 24 total.
That'll hit.
Cool. It's going to be 25 damage.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And is there someone in 5 feet for that flame to leap to?
There be.
They take 5 flame damage.
Okay. They let out a shriek because this is the worst day that they have ever fucking had.
And then I get the hell out of that
Okay.
area.
They are going to try and make an attack of opportunity against you. But it's a 7 because they blind. So
Not
yes.
gonna hit.
No, most certainly not. All right, so next up, Hish.
I've got 4 of these guys on me, right?
Yes.
All right. Then I'm going to hit one of them. Modified 20.
Oh yeah, no, you hit one of them for sure.
Yay. 10 slashing damage and 3 fire damage.
Okay.
Oh, I can do it again. I'm going to make another attack.
That guy goes down, so feel free to pick a
Oh.
second one.
Fun! Yay. But I will do a second one. 18.
An 18 totally hits.
12 slashing damage and 9 fire damage.
That guy goes down too.
Yay!
They don't have that much health points.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to... Where is it? To do second wind.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'll do that on the side.
So, Albus, roll for that cold damage as the majority of these men, these Sahuagin trying to rush forward, have to continuously run through the tentacles. 5? Okay.
5 cold damage.
Oh, man. I'm glad that was for saves, because you guys would have been upsetty. Astronomical is what it was. Even though it's for saves, I still want to show. It was 2 20s.
Oh, some of them are still going to be in the goopy?
Yeah, they're still going to be in the goopy. They're still taking damage. It's not as much, but they still take.
Okay, whenever they start, they're going to take that 5 cold damage. At
Okay.
the end of their turn, they're going to take 8 points if they fail of acid damage.
So 4 of them are able to get out.
Okay.
One of which being this very large boy who is upset that he got stabbed by a goo man. So this figure with this sickening looking scimitar is going to come out of this darkness, and you can see that they just have rage in their eyes. And they look around, and who was closest to the edge of the darkness? Albus, they are going to look directly at you, and they are going to raise their scimitar towards you and make an attack. Are you missing any hit points?
No.
Okay. That is a 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So you are going to be taking 15 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
They're going to be making a second attack.
Okay.
That is a 21 to hit
Mm-hmm.
for 12 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Then they are going to make a third attack. Also, make concentration checks.
Hunger's down.
Okay. His third attack is going to be a 25 to hit. For...
Wait. How much did he do on the first one?
On the first attack?
Yeah. It was like 15, right?
I believe so.
It was 15.
So I had to succeed on DC half of that, right?
It's
or
half
10.
or 10.
Okay. I made a 10.
Okay. So that succeeds the first one. Second attack.
Okay. 19.
Succeeds.
So that's good. Okay, cool.
And then
Cool.
the third attack is going to be for a total of 16 points of slashing.
Okay, it's down anyway, and so is Albus.
Oh no! Fuck.
So this magical darkness disappears, and in the darkness, there are bodies everywhere, mostly dissolved, and then there are several that are not dissolved and looking mighty pissed at the fact that they had to deal with the cold and the acid, with this large one with a scimitar leading this charge. Albus is currently down. That was after Hish's turn. So, Jill, your chain is still just hanging out, but you have seen Albus drop.
Yep, I did see that happen. So bonus action, we're just gonna do a 4th level mass healing word. Because I think everyone needs a little love in these trying times. So, anyone who is in 60 feet of me that needs some healing is gonna take. Great! I rolled double 4s. Is gonna take 13 points of healing, just real fast. And then with my action, I'm just gonna swing at one of the ones around me with my flail.
Okay.
Whoppa! For 13.
Okay. He's not looking too good.
Oh, that's just a hit.
Oh, yeah. That still hits.
Yes.
These boys would not be tough.
For 11 points of damage.
All right. This figure is not happy with the way things have turned out. But it could be worse, all things considered. Then there is the one that is on Hish from the 4 that were initially there. And they are going to try and do a stab towards you. That is a 22 to hit with a spear.
Yeah.
And that is a 5 points of piercing damage. And then for a bite, that is a 21 on the bite for 5 points of piercing damage. All right, so that is it for their turn. Albus.
I am on the floor. How many people are around me?
There are a total of 3 people directly near you. Everyone else seemed to have been stuck still coming out of the actual hunger.
If I get up and move so that I still can't get hit by a attack of opportunity, there's no way I can get the rest of the people within 10 feet of me.
Like for a spell effect?
Mm-hmm. What's the maximum number of people that I can get within 10 feet of me?
With or without provoking?
Without.
Okay. Without provoking, you could get 5 of these individuals.
Okay. I need those 5 to make strength saving throws.
Okay. Three fail.
3 fail?
Yes.
All right. So Albus gets up, and just from out of him, you see more of his tentacles just like shoot out at these people and just like hit them for 8 points of necrotic damage if they hit, or if they fail their strength save. 4 points of necrotic if they succeed.
Okay.
Those were the arms of Hadar.
No, silly. Those are the arms of Hish. Not Hish, Albus.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
Okay.
I wanted to do that. I wanted to spend 2 sorcery points to do that as a bonus action.
Hoo-hoo, yucky.
I assume Big Boy is still up.
Yes.
I'm trying to attack him with my short sword. 19?
19 does not hit this big chonkin boy. He beef. And now that you can see him in what little light there is here, they have a shield and they are wearing what appears to be plate armor made out of shells specifically designed for Sahuagin.
Okay.
All right. Albus, that was your turn. Ham.
Can I get that big scimitar boy to make a wisdom save of 15.
Yes, and he was not the one who was mind spiked. Just wanted to check.
That's gone by now.
Okay, cool. Got a 19.
Dang. Then as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Wrathful Smite on
Okay.
myself.
Sounds good. So then next up, Hish. Hish, you only got one boy on you.
Okay, and I don't yet see the big boy, right?
Oh, you do now. When
I do
Albus had
now.
dropped, that murky blackness had disappeared, and you were able to see what still appeared to be the big boy and 9 of these other Sahuagin figures making their way towards where you all were. So a total of 10.
Okay, so I'm gonna just. How bad is the one? How bad off is the one that's on me?
He
Like
looks...
if I gave him a swift punch, would it?
You don't think that a swift punch could knock him down?
Oh, okay. So I need a little more than a swift
Yes.
punch. All right. I'll hit him. 13 plus 8.
Okay. Totally hits.
9 slashing damage. And then 11 fire damage.
Okay. Yeah, he's dead now.
Do I have enough movement to reach the big boy?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to big boy. And try my best.
Okay.
18 plus 8.
Totally hits.
Yay. 9 slashing damage. 8 fire damage. And I'm going to use my action surge to hit him
Nice.
again.
Do it.
Well, I take it an 11 doesn't hit.
No.
Yeah, I'm real upset about that, but that's fine. We
Well,
all
you
make
should have
mistakes.
another if you action surge, right?
Yeah. You get your full attack action again, so you have 2 attacks that you can
Oh my
do.
god! Heck yeah! 17 plus 8.
That
I
totally
take
hits.
it. Yay! 10. No. 12, sorry. Slashing damage. And then another 11 fire damage.
Okay. Sounds good. It is now this creature's turn. And Hish, you have proven yourself much more of a worthy opponent than this flimsy tentacle boy that it was wailing on previously. So it is going to turn its ire towards you.
Come on, come get this snack.
An 8 doesn't hit you.
Nope.
A 16. Wait. A 19.
Does hit.
Okay. So that will be for 12 points of slashing.
Okay.
And then a 10 does not hit you.
Nope.
All right. So then there are the 9 remaining Sahuagin that were trapped in the back that are all going to rush forward, and they are going to break off into groups of 3. So Albus, 3 will be going on you. Hish, 3 will be going on you. Ulman or / Ham, 3 will be going on you. So Albus, a 19 will hit.
Not if I shield.
Okay. Sounds good. So then the second attack, the bite misses. Second guy's spear gets a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. for a total of 11 points of piercing.
Okay.
And then the third guy, or then they are going to try and bite you. Sorry. Oh my god. Advantage is stupid. It's okay. It's okay. It's just some nibbles. It's just some nibbles for a total of 5 points.
That's 3 more points than I had.
So Albus goes down. And then the one that is the third one that was on you as well, Albus, is going to look at you and just and then start just turning on Hish. So Hish, you are going to have 4 of these additional strikers as Albus. It sees you on the ground and it considers you no longer a threat. It would want to eat you. It doesn't know how it would even go about eating you at this point. So it is going to turn towards a much stronger looking enemy. Hish, does a 16 hit?
16 does not hit.
Okay. 17 doesn't hit.
Nope.
A 22 will hit though.
Yes.
For 7 points of piercing. Then that doesn't go. Third guy will attack. Nope. Fourth guy. No. So then Ulman, the 3 that are on you. Ham, the 3 that are on you. Need to get that
And
goddamn sword
I'm
back.
not injured.
Okay. So that is a modified 20 to hit with the spear.
I am now injured.
Okay. That is for 3 points of piercing. And then 21 for the bite. For a total of 5 points of piercing damage. And then third guy. Rolled horribly. So no
Finally.
harm, no foul on that guy. And that was after Hish. So then Jill.
I still have 3 on me, correct?
At this point, you have 2.
Okay, I have 2 on me.
And
Oh
you've
wait,
seen
shit.
Albus get
Yeah,
stabbed
this doesn't
down
matter.
yet again.
Albus went down. Okay. 3rd level healing word to Albus over there. Ew, damn you. That's 15 points of healing to you. And with my action, I will. Have any of the ones on me been hurt?
One of them has, yes.
I'm gonna toll it.
Okay. For 15.
Yay! Just fails. Wachow! That's hell yeah. That's I think 21. 12
Oh,
plus
shit.
9.
He dead. He very dead. Okay. So Jill, you only have 1 on you at this point. So then next up, Albus.
How many are on me?
Albus, there are 2 that are standing by you at this point.
How many are within 10 feet of me?
A total of 5.
Does that include
Big
any of my
beefy,
bugs?
yes.
Does that include any of my friends?
No, that is why I said 5 and not more than.
Okay. Strength saves from those.
Okay. 1 succeeds.
8 points of necrotic.
Three of them die. And 2 are left standing.
Okay. Uh, um, Hish, Galaxy Brain.
Thank you.
That's my turn.
Okay, sounds good. So, next up is the one that is on you. Chill. And are you injured at all?
Yeah.
Okay. So it got a 12 on the stabby and
No.
then an 8 on the bites.
No.
Okay, sounds good. Ham. Ham, you currently have 3 of these fools on you.
Yeah. I don't have any AoE. I'm not that fancy. So I think I'm gonna bonus action disengage and then move to the big boy and stab at him.
Okay.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh,
That was
bum,
a,
bum,
Wah, wah,
20.
wah.
Blah, 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 blah.
A big old symbol. That's not a 20.
Wait, do we have the same dice?
I got that dice out because I saw yours and I was like, I
Yeah.
mean, why not?
I'll beat him at his own game.
You're muted. I have no idea what number you said.
42 damage total?
What does it look like when Ham fucking aces this dude?
Yes!
I think Ham, like one of the Sahuagin, the one who missed, like, comes at him, and Ham vaults his way over that one and just runs up and leaps and stabs his short sword straight underneath the helmet down into this Sahuagin's neck.
Okay. Yeah, they go down with an uproarious, like, thudding sound, and it is enough to make the ground beneath you shake from the weight of this figure hitting against the floor. And the Sahuagin all kind of, like, look around like, oh, fuck, this was our big guy. But then you realize that the ground isn't stopping to shake, and it seems to be rhythmic. And you can hear what sounds like this rhythmic thundering shaking coming from one of the areas that you guys can feel down this hallway. And you can hear this as this figure just bellows these shrieks down the hallway. And coming into this room in the next adjacent chamber, you see what appears to be a large figure. 4 arms, 2 on its lower sides, 2 on the above, wearing what appear to be an incredibly regal looking shoulder pads, and on a necklace that is full of teeth and chain and shells. You can see a familiar hilt to a short sword.
What the fuck? Stop it!
Just the hilt?
Just the hilt. And you can see at the bottom piece where it looks like the blade would go, it is just chipped and broken and shattered towards that bottom area.
So we're gonna murder this guy, right?
Hish, what would you like to do?
Murder this
You
guy.
still have 4 other guys on you.
That's fine. They can fuck off.
Oh, we mad. We big mad.
Yeah, I'm just, going straight for that guy. Modified 20.
That will hit. However,
I was gonna say, please let that hit.
there are several attacks of opportunity that are going to be made against you as you separate yourself from these other boys.
I hate these fuckers.
So, first spear against you will hit for 9 points of piercing damage.
They better stop.
Second is a natural 20
They better not.
for 14 points of piercing damage.
Well, okay.
And the third
No. There's no need. There
You're
is no
a
third
hypo,
strike.
you're-
relentless endurance. Every time you're about to
I would
drop.
be, yeah, but I would be at 1 hit point. There'd be no point.
Are you
But
sure?
maybe they'll miss.
I'd rather save it for a more opportune time.
Okay. So Hish goes down, trying to turn and rush towards this biggin. Hish, that was your turn. Next up are the individuals that are on you. And they, seeing this tall, monstrous-looking one, they all seem to have, like, the thrill of battle once again, deep in their eyes. Hish. They have blood frenzy. They know what to do towards you.
Are these motherfuckers gonna eat me?
No!
They gotta crack my armor like a walnut first.
They have to try their best, but yes, they are going to try and stab out towards you, as it seems like their chieftain's presence has given them the strength to be ruthless. Luckily, the first doesn't hit. A bitey doesn't hit. Second guy, no hit. Jesus Christ, they're bad at this. 18.
Oh yeah, that just hits.
That is 2 failed death saves.
That's fun. That's fun and fresh and super sexy. Would just like to point out how sexy that is.
They go in for a bite, and it is a 22 to hit. Hish, you are nommed.
That is so fun and fresh and sexy. For Hish.
Okay. So then next up are no, not that guy. There are the other two that were on you, Ulman, that are going to shift over and begin attacking, or Ham, and begin attacking you. That is a 21 to hit for 6 points. Okay, and then they are going to try and bite. That is a 16 to hit. Okay, then second one gets stabby with an 18 for 5 points of piercing, and then gets a natural 20 on the bite for 3 points of piercing damage.
Hey, but where's our army? Aren't we like 12 seconds out of our last room?
They are holding that gate. Jill.
I see Hish go down.
You see Hish go down and then immediately start getting bitten into. They don't seem like they're stopping like they did with Albus.
Yeah, I think Jill is just gonna cry out and is just gonna like fucking shoulder check the one on her and is just going to push past all the others, like get down on the ground and like push past the others. Take out the diamonds that Hish gave her and just be like, no, not here.
Okay. Jill,
and slap a revivify.
as you go to rush, the one that was on you is going to make an attack of opportunity with its spear. And it
You
got
bitch.
a 19 to hit
That hits.
for 8 points of piercing.
I'm still up. Maybe I'm gonna use my reaction to fucking Wrath of the Storm because I'm mad.
Okay.
The actual Wrath of the Storm. That's a dex save.
16.
Just half damage, but whatever.
Okay.
We're gonna give you some of that fun, fresh, and sexy. That's 12 points of. We'll make it thunder damage.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. It's revivify time.
Okay. So, Jill, you are casting Revivify. What is the casting time?
1 action.
Okay. So, Hish, there is a moment where you feel yourself getting speared, and you think to yourself, just, ah, crap. And you feel your body falling, and you black out before you hit the ground. And then you wake up with this incredible pain in your shoulder. You have 4 levels of exhaustion after being resurrected. But you're alive.
Oh, thank God.
With 1 fun, fresh, and sexy hit point.
Okay. That's so okay.
Bonus action. I would just like to use the chain if it's still around to just whap the one that I was standing near.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Just fucking die. 16.
Okay. 16 hits, roll for damage.
That's ooh, that's good actually. What is that? 13 points of force damage.
Say 14?
13.
Okay. It just fucking crushes that boy. Like, swats him like a bad fly. And they are no longer moving. So, Albus, it is your turn. You have seen Hish get dropped, bitten into after being stabbed, and then Jill rushes over, presents all sorts of jewelry, casts a spell incredibly quickly, and you see Hish then come back to life.
Okay.
There's this large four-armed creature that seems to have the hilt of Ulman's blade around its neck.
So what's the positioning of this guy?
He is in the room adjacent to you, standing maybe 15 feet from the entryway. That leads into your room. Inside of your room, there are still currently...
I need a wisdom save from that guy.
Okay. From Biggin?
Yeah.
That's a 2. For a total of 6.
I don't think you understand how much you should fear us. Fuck! Okay, it's gonna be 10 points of psychic damage, but. It must immediately use its reaction, if possible, to move as far away as its speed allows away from me.
Okay. So it is going to then retreat deeper into the room and just lets out this very shrill shriek that would probably fry my throat if I did it. So,
Question.
yeah.
How did the rest of the Sahuagin feel about that?
It barks something out and they all nod in agreement. and make an insight check.
Vibe check, baby.
13.
You feel like it suggested to the other Sahuagin that it was making a brief tactical retreat. That it was not running away.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
In Sahuagin, it yells, "I'm doing this because I want to, not because you made me do it."
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Sounds good. So, then next up is... Well, that guy's dead. So, Ham.
I'm gonna kill as many of the guys around me as I can.
Sure.
As fast as possible. So just first person target, green flame blade. 21 to hit.
Okay, 21 will totally hit. Roll for damage.
Is there an ally within 5 feet?
Yes. You actually have two, because Hish is reviving on the ground. Jill is bent over them with all of these jewels, and then there are just Sahuagin surrounding them. There are 3 Sahuagin surrounding them, to be exact.
That's 21 to the first boy.
Okay, he dead.
And a 12 flame to the next boy.
And he dead too. So there are a total of 4 left alive.
That is all of my action.
Okay. So next up, Hish, what would you like to do with your incredibly weakened state?
That is a good question. So I know with 1 point of exhaustion, I have disadvantage on things. What happens when you have 4?
Your movement speed is halved,
Okay.
and you have disadvantage on all ability checks, and you have disadvantage on all saving throws.
For your hit point maximum is also halved.
Cool.
So you can't heal up to half your hit points.
Got it. Can I disengage?
You can. As an action,
Excellent.
you can totally disengage.
Yeah, I think Hish is going to disengage and move, I guess, just 15 feet away
Okay.
from these Sahuagin.
Okay. So, Hish, you are making your way away from these Sahuagin. One of them is going to then, the 2 of them that are standing next to Ulman and Jill, who smells more of blood? Which one of you is looking worse for wear?
Probably me. I have 30 hit points.
I've got like 22 damage marks, so 35 hit points.
Okay. So Jill, they are going to stab out towards you, seeing as how you have made a big show of the magics they do know like. That is a 21 to hit with a spear.
Yeah.
For 5 points of spear. And then a natural 20 on the bite.
No.
For 7 points of piercing damage.
Stop.
And then the second one is going to stab out towards you, Ulman, with a modified 20 to hit for 8 points of piercing. And then they are going to try and bite you with a 14, but that does not hit. Next are the remaining 2. One of them is going to see Hish weakly trying to get away, and it thinks to itself, I got this, and is going to rush up and try and stab you.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a 21 to hit
That does.
for 6 points of piercing.
Okay, I'm going to Relentless Endurance.
Okay. And then it is going to try and bite you.
Okay,
And that is a modified 20 to bite
that do it.
for
Boo!
5
Stop!
points of bitey.
Okay, Hish
Albus,
goes back down.
the fourth Sahuagin, is going to come up towards you and is going to try and go after you as well with his spear. That's a 7
Nope.
on the spear. And then for bitey time, that is a natural 20.
Okay.
I'm glad we don't do giveaways for 20s during Saltmarsh.
Yeah,
For
you
a
do.
total-
You give us the dice, and we're gonna eat them.
I have no dice then. You take 5 points of piercing.
Okay.
All right, so then it is Big Boy's turn, who is going to come back into the hallway, having no longer been afeared. His tactical retreat totally worked. And you see one of their 4 arms rear back with a spear, and they are going to fling it towards you, Jill. 4. Yeah. That is a 17 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Or sorry. That was the wrong attack to look at. 21.
He does, but like, don't.
Okay. So then that is 15 points of piercing damage from the trident.
Oh, that's not good. Mucho not good. Okay, we're still up though.
Okay. And it seems like that was all that it had with its singular trident. But it is looking pissed. And it looks like it is going to be coming your way once it has its turn. Jill, it is your go.
Cool. Glad I am a nice resting place for the trident. Wow. This is not good. Okay, so Hish is down. I have 3 hit points. Albus and Hammer doing some type of way. Shit. Gonna cast just mass healing word to try and rectify this as much as I can. That's 5 points of healing to everyone. That's my bonus action. No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. No. Action. Shit. That guy is coming this way. Oh, I was thinking that, but I don't know. Oh, shit. Yeah, fuck it. I think as my action, she's just gonna take out the potion of invisibility and just glug.
Okay.
Make herself invisible and then just try and like create some sort of distance between her and the Sahuagin just so she can collect herself and not get immediately jumped by Big Boy.
Okay, sounds good. Albus. You have 1 Sahuagin on you.
Just one.
Just one.
Short sword. Wait. How? What's the battlefield around me look like?
The battlefield around you looks like a Sahuagin on Jill, a Sahuagin on Ham.
I don't see Jill.
No, Jill came back into the room. So the room that you
She's
are
invisible.
Oh, she's invisible.
Oh, she's invisible. Yes. So there is a Sahuagin standing next to the blinking outline of where Jill used to be. There is a Sahuagin standing next to Ham. There is a Sahuagin standing next to the laying down form of Hish, who you can hear a moan coming from as they have been dropped and then healed and dropped and then healed, died and then healed, and now finally are like still coming back to life, but has a Sahuagin with a spear trained over them. And you can see the large form of the four-armed Sahuagin in the hallway.
How's he looking?
He is looking funky fresh.
I need everybody to make a charisma saving throw. Everybody within 60 feet.
Okay.
In the whole room, everyone.
Everybody.
Oh my God, Albus!
Oh, that I choose.
Oh, thank God,
Oh my
Albus!
I'm sorry. Do you not want to be calm?
Oh, I
I'd
didn't.
like to be chill.
Honestly,
Y'all
I
wanna
was like,
chill?
this is it.
Y'all don't want to chill the fuck out?
I said, this is it. This is the end.
Albus was the final enemy! So all except for the chieftain fail.
All except the chieftain don't give us any fucking mind. I want to. How far is the chieftain away from me?
The chieftain is at this point 35 feet away from where you are.
So hear me out. I have a speed of 30 feet, so I can get up to him. I have grappling appendages that have a 5-foot reach.
Okay.
Can I grab Ulman from around the bear? The
Make a
Sahuagins?
sleight of hand check. This will put you
I'm
directly in front.
Okay, I'm not trying to be stealthy about
Okay.
it. I'm just trying to grab him.
This is more of a how quick are your tendrils versus like you have 4 arms, he has 4 arms. This is the middle of combat and he's still pissed at you.
6.
Okay. That's a natural 1 against you. So you managed to snag.
Can I throw it to Ham?
Make a what's your dex?
2. It's 14.
You can throw it towards Ham, yeah.
That's what I do.
Okay. So you grab it and then huck it towards Ham. Ham, make a dex check. We can call this acrobatics to grab this. You're muted. So
16?
16? So it seems like it's going to go a little bit farther than your reach is capable of. But like Michael Jordan in Space Jam, your arm just reaches out a little bit farther than is otherwise normally possible because you slime. And you manage to grab that hilt and then just whip it back in. You can feel the presence of your friend.
Oh, thank God.
He is very tired. He's been through a lot. And I will fill you in on everything that happened to Ulman during his stay in the Sahuagin fortress.
Great.
Next up, Ham.
I think he less like physically catches Ulman and more like it hits his hand and then is immediately begins to be schlorped into him. Ham is gonna continue fighting as he is. I'm gonna disengage. I'm gonna move up to the one above Hish, and I'm going to slit their throat.
Okay.
That's a 20.
Totally
30?
hits.
Nobody's calm anymore.
Nah, fam. You were playing as Ham. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. That's gonna be 12 damage.
12 damage on the one above Hish. They're still alive. They had been untouched throughout all of this. All right. So, Ham, was that it for you? Or did you have a bonus action? Okay.
That's all I've got. I yell at him.
Hish.
As I
Are you in death saves right now?
No,
Okay.
with the mass heal, I'm at 5.
Okay.
So, Hish is gonna drink that potion of invisibility. Following in Jill's footsteps. And then I'm gonna move 15 feet like away from the Sahuagin that's on me.
It is going to try and make an attack of opportunity against you. It would be at disadvantage, but because you're missing HP, it is just going to be a flat roll. For a 10. So you manage to quaff it and then quickly shuffle away.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Big Ol' Beefcake. Big Ol' Beefcake that Albus is currently standing directly in front of.
Mm-hmm.
And they are going to make some attacks against you, Albus.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit?
Shield.
Okay.
Wait. Yes, I had the spell slot. Think. The fuck.
Second attack. That is a 24 to hit.
Uh-huh.
For 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Then they are going to make a third attack. And that is a 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
This is for 8 points of piercing.
It's one more than I have.
Ulman. You are the only one who is not invisible. And there are 4 Sahuagin in this room. Ulman/Ham. These Sahuagin are going to try and aggress upon you. Jill, the one standing in front of you, looks to see if it can try and find you, but it doesn't seem... It just completely is disillusioned by the fact that you are invisible and instead wants to go towards a more tactile enemy. It has seen you casting magic. It believes wholeheartedly that you have just left this area entirely. You are gone off the face of the goddamn map for this Sahuagin. So, Ham. If no one provokes attacks of opportunity, if no one takes opportunity attacks, these 4 are going to be going onto you. Or these 3, because one of them got... Or no, it is still 4. No, it's just 3. Sorry. So these 3 are going to be coming and going to try and give you some stabs and bites. That is a natural 20 with a spear.
cool.
For 9 points of piercing damage. And then a bite. for 22 to hit.
I'm gonna shield.
Okay. Second guy. Missed with the spear and the bite. Third guy. Missed with spear. And a modified 20 misses. Jill, you are invisible. You saw Albus rush up to this Baron, grab the chain that had Ulman on it, throw it to Ham. Ham caught it, and then you watched as Albus just got messed up from standing in front of this creature. That once Albus fell, it just began making its way into the room. Just stepping over his body.
Yep. Okay. So, how's Ulman / Ham looking, as well? I can't hear you.
I have 23 HP left. I still have 8 I can regain if I bonus action curse someone. But I was gonna invisibility next turn. So do you want to go? Well, yeah, maybe heal Albus.
Yeah.
I guess that does break invisibility though, because it's cast a spell.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll figure out a way. Okay, no. Wait. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Oh, this is gonna be silly. Okay. Bonus action. 3rd level healing word on Albus.
Do you want to move past the Baron before you do this?
I thought I had already moved. I guess not.
No,
Sure.
you hadn't yet. That's why I wanted to make sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I wanted to do last turn, but I don't think I made that explicitly clear.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just scooch past. And yes, healing. That sweet healing feeling. Oh, 3 3s. That's nice. For 14 points of healing to you, Albus. Breaks invisibility. But for my action, I would like to take the other potion. It's just
Gaseous form?
yes.
Okay.
And just become just a ball of gas. Because sorry, Saltmarsh, I want to live. I'm a gas people now, I guess.
All right, sounds good.
Do I have any movement left to just start?
I believe your
Woofing
fly speed is more than your movement speed, so you would have whatever you would gain from a fly speed in gaseous form.
Sweet. I'm just gonna start wafting out.
Okay. You are still able to be attacked while in gaseous form.
Oh, fuck me. Well, I'm gonna try make myself look as unappealing as possible. It's just a little fart cloud.
Okay. So all right, let's bring up gaseous form and see real quick. Okay. So you transform along with everything you're wearing and carrying into a misty cloud. While in this form, the target's only method of movement is a flying speed of 10 feet. So once you quaff this potion, your speed actually decreases.
Okay, well, maybe I just won't be noticed as this tiny little cloud.
So you begin floating back towards that entrance. Thank you, Cincy Omega. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. If it's wrong, I'm sorry, and you can berate me in chat. But thank you for the follow. So, that was Jill's turn. Albus, you awaken to Jill appearing seemingly out of nowhere, healing you, And then you see her uncork another potion, drain it, and then her form just turns gaseous.
What's the room like?
The one enemy that you can really see as your back is turned, has their back turned to you, and it is the big beefy. And they seem to be filling the hallway that they were walking through.
I mean, if I'm on the floor, can I see through his leggies?
I'd say that you can see one of the other Sahuagin, yes.
What's the distance between them?
The distance between them is 20 feet.
If I Hunger of Hadar, which is a 20-foot radius sphere, can I get all of these Sahuagin? You
would, but Hish is invisible inside of that room. That you aren't, so you aren't, you do not know where Hish is in that room. And you also know that Ulman / Ham is also in that room. And from your vantage point, you can see Ham currently engaged with one of them. So you could. But you know that you would end up dealing damage to
I
some of
do
your
see
friends.
somebody.
Yes.
Okay. I want everybody to make a charisma save again.
Okay. The Baron and one of the members inside of the room succeed.
Fuck. Okay. The rest of them.
The other two are. They seem cool with it.
They're vibing. They're straight vibing. Who do I see? I see Jill.
You see Jill.
I can't cast 2 spells. Fuck. Ham, did you spend your thingy? You take some more Galaxy Brain. That's it.
Okay. So at the top of the round, Ham. The one that you are fighting seems to be uninterested in combat at this point, which is oddly strange. They seemed like crazy bloodthirsty up until not even 6 seconds ago.
I can only see right now Albus, right? Or can I even see Albus?
You cannot see Albus because you were standing. Albus was only able to see you because he was on the ground, able to see between some leggies.
Do I think if we pulled back to the gate room, the people there would help us fight this dude? If we, like, strafed him back?
I'd say you would believe so.
Okay. Then, I think since the dude in front of me is not actively menacing me, Ham will put both of his fingers in his ears and look at the big forearm one and go, "Bitch, you can't catch me," and then run.
Okay. Sounds good. So you go to heck and run, and you do so. Hish, are you crawling towards the exit, or were you going towards Jill and Ulman, or Jill and Albus?
Well, I was gonna. So drinking a potion of healing does not break invisibility, right?
Interacting with an object, I do not believe actually breaks. It's only if you attack or perform a spell of some sort.
Fun. So yes, I'm gonna do one of my potions of healing first, which is 2d4, which I don't have with me at the moment. But yes, I would be crawling towards. What's my path of least resistance? What's the clearest path? Because Hish would be going towards the emptiest.
The path of least resistance to get out?
Yeah.
There's one hallway that leads out.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're just continuing down then, and
Yes.
Ham almost trips over you, but he takes very long strides, has a very nice gait when he struts. So he actually just like steps over you as you are just hunkering down this hallway on the means of escaping. Next up are all of these Sahuagin that are still left. So it is just there are two that don't seem interested in fighting. Then there's the Baron and one other. And the Baron is going to rear a hand up and go to strike down on the gaseous form of Jill.
No, I'm literally just vibing though.
For 23.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good. So that is 11 points of slashing.
Yeah, I'm down.
You do get resistance on physical damage or non-magical damage.
Oh
Being
yeah,
gaseous.
that's true.
Okay.
What's half of
5.
that?
5.
Okay, I'm still up, baby.
Then it is going to bite out into the smoke
But I'm just vibing.
for a 14 to hit.
Misses.
And it is going to try and bring out one of its other claws towards you as well.
No.
For 23 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And that is a 11.
Yeah, good. Goodbye, sweet friends.
So, Jill, your gaseous form drops as your armored form falls to the ground. And from you, a foot is placed on you and grabs the spear that was still impaled into you, and it pulls back and levels it towards you, Albus. And then the other figure that was in the hall as well is going to come out towards you and is also going to try and spear you. With an 8, does not spear. And then a bite is a natural 20 for the bite. And that is for 5 points of piercing.
Mm-hmm.
Albus, you have these two large figures directly over you. Jill is passed out past you. Jill, need you to make a death save.
Woohoo! Very fun and fresh and sexy. 16.
Okay, that's a success. Albus.
This is my last spell slot. Joe, you heal 15.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's my bonus action. What did I see?
You see two Sahuagin figures standing in front of you. Ulman/Ham yelled nanny nanny boo boo and then ran as fast as he could down a hallway. Hish has just been Metal Gear Solid stealth crawling down this hallway for what feels like hours. Hish, you are so tired. You are so tired. And
How close is Jill to me?
Jill is 10 feet away because gaseous form does not move very fast.
Like just outside of 10 feet or just inside?
It would be just inside of 10 feet.
Okay. Well, I can move. So I did cast a spell this turn. So I wouldn't be able to cast another one, even if I use sorcery points for it. Okay.
Unless you quicken a cantrip.
I don't have enough for that. Fuck. It's just two Sahuagin, it's not the big boy? Or it is...
One of those two is the big boy. There are two that are currently just like, oh, that's not so bad. They're still under the effects of your calm emotions.
What happens if I grapple somebody?
That would be seen as an aggressive action.
What does that do?
Gets nasty. It would have no immediate effect, but the longer that you grappled them, the more chapsticky they would get.
No, sorry, I'm asking for the like mechanical things of grappling.
Grappling, their speed drops to 0.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. Fuck. Okay. That's swing and a miss.
Okay. Sounds good. So, Ham, you are continuing to run. You're muted.
Up when my push to talk stops. If nobody's following him, he would turn back around.
Okay. So then you get back to the entryway.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that there are two Sahuagin that are like idly chatting with each other now.
I'm gonna bonus action also run through that room and attack this big boy from the back.
Would that make them unchill?
If they see it.
You would get halfway through this room, even with your bonus action dash. You wouldn't be able to actually wrap all the way around and then strike out against the big boy who is in the next adjacent room. You'd be able to shoot, but then that would leave you in the middle of this room with the two Sahuagin that are idly chattering.
Then I will just do those 2 moves.
Okay, just move. Got it. Hish, just keep going. You've seen Ham like jump over you, keep running, and then turn on a heel and then run back, jump over you again and keep running.
Odd. I don't know what I can do. How far away am I from getting to like any of the other folks, the backup?
It will take you 3 more turns of crawling because you are moving at half speed.
Oh my god. Okay. How long would it take me to get back?
To get back from where you are,
Yeah, back to the...
It would take you 2 turns.
Oh my god.
Unless you did a full round action of movement. Then that would get you to the entrance of the room.
And if I did a full round action of movement...
Away, you would get almost to the next room. Close enough to shout.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do a full he's just gonna do a full action of movement, and then he's gonna shout for help, for backup.
Okay. Sounds good. Next up is Big Beefy Boy and his companion. So he sees Albus in front of him, who just tried to strike out against him, and he is going to take his trident and stab down towards you, Albus. With a, what is it, 21 to hit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so use this die and this one. That is for 14 points of piercing damage.
Albus is down.
And then it turns towards Jill. And is also going to make a trident attack against you.
Isn't Jill down?
Nah, I'm back up, baby. 15 hit points. Let's go.
It got a crit with its trident.
Yeah, well, that's probably going to be the end of me.
Okay.
If it takes me down, can I still use my reaction right before I go? Just one last wrath of the storm.
I always say yes with those kinds of things.
Okay.
Because it's one of those, like, the samurai both draw their blades at the same time. Like, that's how I always figured it. So that is going to be for 18 points of piercing.
Oh yeah, that's gonna do it. But just the one last fuck you.
Okay.
That's a dex save.
Okay, so dex save on its end. It fails.
Nice. So we're gonna do some lightning damage because after reading my character sheet, I forgot anytime I deal lightning damage to a larger or smaller creature, I can also push it up to 10 feet away. So, just one little fuck you. 5.
Okay.
5 points of lightning damage.
So you manage to blast it away as it hits you with its trident. As Ham, you are looking around this corner, you see the Sahuagin, the smaller one, is just spearing up and down onto Albus. And you see Jill get picked up by the front of this individual, this large Sahuagin, and they just take a large chunk out of Jill's shoulder before just throwing them down onto the ground. At this point, Hish, your words have been able to carry to the defense forces, but for Jill and for Albus, it was too late in the actual assault itself. Both of them died heroes of Saltmarsh. As the reinforcements come, they defeat the Baron, with the help, of course, by Ham/Ulman, whose abilities and skills with a blade are perhaps unrivaled, some might say. In an almost uncanny way, he seems to know the way of the blade. As the Sahuagin forces are dealt with, there are many that are trying to make their escape, and once you are all back onto your ship, you fire that Acking cannon, and it makes you feel like there is some semblance of beauty to this destruction, in this revenge that you are able to extract even for a moment. And it takes about 12 days to actually get back to Saltmarsh proper. And in this time, Ulman is actually incredibly quiet to you, Ham. He seems to be going through quite a bit. And Ham, you and Hish, you don't get a whole lot of time to actually talk to each other. It seems like the lot of individuals who are working towards this, who have worked towards this goal, are so thankful that they won't stop lauding the two of you as heroes for the town. For your efforts, they're willing to pay out thousands of gold pieces for your help. But that does nothing for your fallen friends. After about 3 days of having arrived in Saltmarsh, over the horizon, you see that there is a familiar balloon that has what looks like the bow of a ship underneath it, and you recognize the Ak Inc. livery on the side. And as it arrives, you see that on the ship is a red-haired man with a very vibrant green cloak and a shit-eating grin. And you can see that there is a wood elf, more androgynous in their appearance, arms crossed, and they just seem completely unfazed by everything that they see. It's like Saltmarsh is just kind of gross. They appreciate the nature, and you can tell. It is at this point, Hish, that you see this wood elf call for the fallen bodies of your friends. And Albus and Jill, the two of you experience a resurrection. It seems like Acquisitions Incorporated has deemed you too important to die on them, and you both wake up to a very stern-faced looking wood elf looking down at the two of you that says, "Boss wants to talk to you." And that is where we are going to call it for tonight's session. So I would like to say thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by and join us for, this was an incredibly long game, and I'm so sorry, but hey, you guys finished the final enemy. This chapter's over. There's still 2 more chapters. Saltmarsh fucking lies, but hey guys, you made it to level 8. Congrats. You did it. You fought through wave after wave after wave after wave of Sahuagin, but you did it. So I would like to say, once again, thank you to everybody who stopped by. Thank you to all these excellent players. Dingo, where can we find you? What do you do?
You can find me on Twitter at WheresMyDingus. That's where you're going to be able to find out where most of the streams I'm on are. Tomorrow I am going to be on Tales from the Grim playing Monster of the Week, Samhain. And yeah, that's it for right now.
All right. And Reeves, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey, I'm Reeves. You can find me at Twitter at Reeves_bot. You can also find me on Twitch at Reeves_bot. Playing through Divinity 2 on Tactician on Sundays. We're creeping real close to the end, I'm pretty sure. I think we're within the last chapter or 2. Otherwise, I'm here on Thursdays, or, curled up in the corner after Thursdays.
Oh, hi. I'm Cyber. I'm real tired. You can find me at CyberWolf1 on Twitter, where I shitpost and talk about the stuff that I'm doing. I'm also on twitch.tv/CyberWolf1. Of course I'm there. That's my own damn channel. I play video games real badly and talk about lore. We're going to be playing the new Pokemon. So, yeah, stop by. That's a thing that not everybody else on the internet is going to be doing. Playing Pokemon. All the archives from that channel goes to YouTube. YouTube.com/CyberWolf1, where you can also find the podcast that KyleWithAnN and I do called Let's Talk About It, where we get drunk, do parkour, and talk about stuff going on in RPGs. Yeah, it's a good time. You can also find some D&D Beyond homebrew tutorials, like the Open for Adventure Paladin Oath of the Curse. And yeah, for RPG stuff, I'm here on Thursdays. Yay. Where I play the Simic Hybrid Sorcerer Bard, Albus. And on Mondays I play Arjan, the Dragonborn Bloodhunter Cleric. Yay.
Yeah. And Kylan, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hi everyone, I'm KyleWithAnN. You can catch me crying at KyleWithAnN on Twitter and Twitch. Twitch, I play video games sometimes. Twitter, I tweet bad things sometimes. You can also catch me doing other stuff on other people's Twitch channels, like here Thursdays, Tuesdays. I'm on _the table playing Alas for the Awful Sea. It's another nautical campaign, also sad. You can also catch Let's Talk About It, available on podcasting places and YouTube. You can also catch me in Off the Table's Cape Lorelei. It's an Urban Shadows actual play podcast where we are by the ocean is the running theme here, I guess. Yeah, that's it for me.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am, but if you don't, hey fella, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do this show Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We got homebrew games, we got Curse of Strahd, we got Ghosts of Saltmarsh, we got all kinds of stuff. So all of those sessions that we do, of course, get uploaded to our VODs at youtube.com/Indoor Adventures, as well as audiocasts are released wherever you can find them. But for now, we are going to be going into our Patreon-supported after show called Nights in the Courtyard. I am sure that there will be plenty of questions that will possibly get asked. Maybe to do with Albus, maybe to do with who these characters that were introduced towards the very end of the session were. Who's to say? But I would like to once again say thank you to all of you for stopping by. Thank you to these wonderful players for putting up with my bullshit once again this week. And we will see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye!